Hello, everyone. Welcome into the Thursday edition of the Greater Houston Area Rankings Scoreboard Show. We're going to go over the schedule for Week 9, and today we're going to take an in-depth look at tonight's Conroe Covenant versus Westbury Christian game. Reminder, the rankings are released every Monday morning, 8 a.m. on Twitter at TXHSFB, and then later on TXHSFB.net. So let's get right to today's game action. In 6A, Humboldt will be playing number 3 Atascocita. Number 7 Tompkins takes on Maid Creek. Number 15 Summer Creek takes on Beaumont United. Number 19 Cy Ranch hosts Cy Lakes. Number 20, Hightower hosts Fort Bend Elkins. In 5A action, number 1, Fort Bend Marshall plays Fort Bend Willow Ridge. And number 10, Magnolia West travels to Rosenberg to take on BF Terry. And in Super 6 action, 6-man action tonight, number 3, Conroe Covenant hosts Westbury Christian. I'm going to be at that game tonight. So let's just take a little in-depth look at that game. Westbury Christian 4-3 on the year, 2-1 in district action. Conroe Covenant 7-1 on the year, 3-0 in district action. You see both teams put up points, 50 points Westbury Christian, 53 points Conroe Covenant. For those not familiar with 6-man football, it is a higher scoring brand of football. You can see the big difference between these two teams is that Westbury Christian is surrendering 52 points per game, whereas Conroe Covenant actually is a pretty good defensive team for 6-man, only giving up 24 points per game. On the year, Westbury Christian, you can see where their 3 losses come. They come to teams with winning records. So Divine Savior, 5-1. They lost that game by 2 points. They lost to the undefeated Texas Christian Tigers, and they lost to Pasadena First Baptist. But you can also see a couple of those games weren't very close. But then the bigger concern is all their wins come against teams that are 500 or under. So Corpus Christi Coastal Christian, Second Baptist University Model, Beaumont Legacy Christian, and of course, St. Francis, I think, is forfeiting the remainder of their season due to adequate numbers. Conroe Covenant, actually pretty similar. They have their wins. Their best win is the overtime victory over Logos Prep. That's their only win over a team over 500. Their big one was last week, though, in a game that was thrown together. Both Baytown Christian and Conroe Covenant put this game together by a second, went out due to a forfeit the week before. Conroe Covenant forfeit to St. Francis was able to play in their open week. Baytown Christian, Galveston O'Connell forfeited to them, so just put that game together on a couple of days' notice, and both of them went out, and it was a heck of a game. But Baytown Christian came out on top, as you can see, 64-69. The key here is look at the remaining schedule for these teams. Westbury Christian has already played Pasadena First Baptist. Now they're playing Conroe Covenant. Next week they play Bryan Allen Academy. And then they wrap up against Katy Faith West. Conroe Covenant is hitting, as far as district goes, the tough part of the schedule. They're playing Westbury Christian. Next week, Pasadena First Baptist. The next week, Bryan Allen Academy. Now, if you look at the TAP 6-man Division II District 5 standings, you can see why this game is important. Basically, you've got these 4 teams, Pasadena First Baptist, Conroe Covenant, Allen Academy, and Westbury Christian at the top. Only 3 teams make the playoffs from this district. So if you're one of these 4 teams, you've got to get a win against at least one of these other teams. For Conroe Covenant, they're playing these 3 teams. Westbury Christian's already dropped a game to Pasadena First Baptist, so they've got to beat either Conroe Covenant this week or Allen Academy. Conroe Covenant's got to beat either Westbury Christian this week, Pasadena First Baptist next week, or Allen Academy the week after. If you're not familiar with six-man football, if you've never been to a six-man football game, this game is going to be tonight, 7 o'clock, at Conroe Covenant Christian School, just north of Conroe. If you're in the North Houston area and you've never seen a six-man game, grab a lawn chair, come on out. It's going to be fun. Then moving on to the schedule for Friday. In 6A, number 1, North Shore travels to Humble. Number 23, Cinco Ranch plays number 2, Katy. Number 4, Atascocita plays number 10, C.E. King. Number 25, Pearland plays number 5, Shadow Creek. Number 6, the Woodlands host Caney Creek. 18, Klein Kane plays number 9, Klein Collins. Number 11, Dickinson hosts Clear Lake. Number 13, Jersey Village travels to Houston Memorial. Number 14, Deer Park hosts Channelview. Number 16, New Caney hosts Cleveland. Number 17, Cy-Fair travels to Spring Woods. Number 21, Clear Falls hosts Brazos Wood. Number 22, Houston Lamar takes on Houston Chavez. Number 24, Clear Springs takes on Clear Creek. And tomorrow in 5A action, number 2, Manville travels to Magnolia. On number 3, Lake Creek travels to Huntsville. Number 4, Port Arthur Memorial travels to Baytown Lee. Number 6, Port Neches Groves travels to Santa Fe. And number 9, Fulshire hosts Fort Bend Kempner. Further 5A action, number 12, Kingwood Park travels to number 11, Barbers Hill. Number 13, Texas City travels to number 15, Dayton. 4A action, number 2, Silsbee will be at number 8, Hampshire Fannett. Number 3, Lumberton will be at Huffman Hargrave. Number 4, Stafford will be at Navasota. Number 5, Jasper hosts West Orange Stark. Number 6, Ocampo hosts Iowa Colony, who got their first win last week. Big upset over Navasota. We'll see how well they can do against the Riceverts. Number 7, Little Cypress Mauriceville hosts Splendora. Number 9, Royal host Sweeney. In 3A action, new number 1, Hitchcock Bulldogs host Hempstead. Number 2, Columbus travels to Yoakum. Number 5, Anahuac will be in Buna. Number 6, Bowling hosts East Bernard. Number 7, Tidehaven travels to Danbury. Number 8, East Chambers hosts Tarkington. And number 9, Van Vleck hosts Rice Consolidated. In non-UL 11-man action, number 1, Houston St. Thomas has already received a forfeit win against the Village. Number 2, John Cooper will be hosting Fort Worth Trinity Valley. And that is the Dragons' final regular season game. They'll be open in Week 10. And that's in the Southwest Presbyterian Conference. They only go through Week 10 for the regular season. Week 11 of the UIL regular season is actually their state championship games. Number 3, Houston Bel Air travels to number 5, Houston Kincaid. Number 4, Houston St. John's will be traveling up to Dallas to take on the Episcopal School. Number 6, the Woodlands Christian takes on number 10, Fort Bend Christian. Number 7, Cypress Christian takes on Houston Legacy Prep. Number 9, Houston Second Baptist takes on number 8, Houston Lutheran South. Actually, this is mislabeled. It's just a non-UL 6-man. Pasadena First Baptist host Allen Academy. Number 2, Baytown Christian travels to Alvin Livingstones. Number 5, Houston, Texas Christian travels to Corpus Christi, Annapolis. And number 6, Fort Bend Chargers travel to Belleville Faith. On Saturday, number 8, Ridgepoint will be hosting Fort Bend, Austin. Number 12, Stratford will be hosting Cy Ridge. 5A action, number 8, Galveston Ball will be coming up to Houston to play Waltrip. 4A action, Houston, Washington, Houston, number 10, and Houston First square off. And then the following teams are open this week. In 5A, it's number 5, Foster. In 4A, it's number 1, Belleville. In 3A, it's number 3, Orangeville, number 4, Hallettsville, and number 10, Brazos. And in 6-man action, number 4, Sugarland, Logos, Prep. That's going to wrap it up for today. Be sure to tune in tomorrow at 8 a.m. We'll go over today's scores and look in depth at several games on the Friday schedule. The exact number depending on how much prep time I'm able to get in today, putting together all the information. But I've already done at least 3, so I know we'll be doing at least 3 and hopefully several more. So be sure to tune in tomorrow 8 a.m. for that. Leave a comment in the comments. If you can, subscribe to the channel, leave comments, like the video. All that helps the algorithm to help the show grow. And other than that, we'll see you 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Thanks.